Hey guys, back playing some Feed the Beast on the Shabazabam channel. My name's Crazy Al. Oh man. Alright, so for this episode, what I want to do is move my workshop right here, which is on this floor, over to the top floor. Just because I think the top floor is the nice floor, it's the cool floor, and that's where I want to have my workshop because I'm spending most of my time there. So why not have it on the nicest looking floor? If you've watched previous episodes of this series, you may have noticed I've swapped out the windows here. I was going with this stuff here, the hardened glass, and I decided to go with just regular glass panes and glass just because from the inside it looks better. From the outside, I really like the contrast that this hardened glass gives in this texture pack. I think it looks really cool. It's darker. But from the inside, it's just, it's kind of, I don't really like it because you can't really see outside of it. See what I mean? It's kind of, you know, when you come up to the glass, it doesn't look very nice. So I swapped it out. And that's about the only thing I've done since the last episode. Which isn't much, but it's a little bit. I've also added a couple storage devices into my ME system, which I'm getting a little bit excited about. Expanding in this mod and learning a little bit more about this mod because it's a super fun mod and it's very powerful. I think it's powerful anyways. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing, guys, is like I said, I'm going to move all of my stuff here. I've already taken apart my forestry machines, my thermal expansion machines. Now I just need to break apart my industrial craft machines, and I got one of these electric wrenches over here so I can do it really safely. And I'm going to break these all apart. I'm going to move the ME system from Applied Energistics over into the third floor as well. And my lasers. And that's pretty much it. That and my workbenches or crafting tables or work tables, whatever you want to call them. Over into this floor here. I've done some of the wiring already. I've got my EU wired up. And I also got my MJ hooked up as well. And this is the top floor, as you can see. It looks a little bit nicer up here. You got the skylight. It's higher up. And the windows go all the way around, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing, guys. I'm going to throw a cut down here just because I'm just going to break apart these machines and then start figuring out how I want it to look up there. I'm going to switch it up the way it looks up there. Not going to duplicate the exact same look that I have going down here. Just because I didn't like the way I had it set up in the last episode, and I want it to look a little bit different and try to make it a little bit more functional as well. So yeah, anyways, guys, I'm gonna throw a cut down here. I'll be right back. All right, guys, let's take a look at the new and slightly improved workshop here. Got everything moved up, pretty much everything moved up to the top floor here. I have some chests down there that I need to move some items up here, but nothing major. And of course I still have some barrels down there, but I'm not too worried about that for now. So yeah, I got my industrial craft machines set up over here with some hoppers on top, and these are actually hooked up to my ME system as well. I'll show you guys that in a second here. And then I got my ME system over here. I got the controller or the terminal, and then the ME drive here where I can just put more of those storage devices in. And I got this thing here, which is the ME pattern editor. This thing is kind of like you use it to format a disk. I only did one here. I think it's this one here. Basically, if you see, there's a title for this disk. It's called Cob and D, which just means cobble and dirt. So basically what you do is you put one of these drives in here, and then you pick the items. You just drop the items you want to put in here, and then you format it, and then it will force only those items on that particular disk. And the reason you would do that is just because you get so much cobble, so much dirt, you don't want it filling up your other drives. It just gives you a way of organizing your drives. I'm probably going to have to do that a lot more in the future here when I start getting some items. Stuff like redstone, which I got tons of right now, and iron and stuff like that. I might have to put that on their own disks, but that's why you use this thing, the ME partition editor. And you don't need to power this thing. And then I got my work tables and my crafting table over here. I got some chests here. I'll start probably putting some more chests up all the way to the ceiling. And I'll just store a variety of items in here. Right now it's totally unorganized. Some of the stuff's gonna have to be put into the ME system, but yeah, I just, put them over here for now. Then I got my pulverizer, or not my pulverizer, my thermal expansion machines over here. And these are just, they're just powered. They're not hooked up to my ME system. And over here I have my lasers, my assembly table, and I got my rolling machine and some of my forestry machines set up over here for now. And the reason I keep the rolling machine and the laser separated is because they draw energy. So I put one of these redstone energy conduits here that is actually hooked up to the system as well through here. But the cool thing with this is I can just kind of turn the power on and off. So right now the power is on, so it's going to power all the machines. And now the power is off because these things, they do draw energy even when you're not using them. So that's why I set it up like that. Now, so that's pretty much upstairs. So it's really simple up here, super clean, tons of room for me to expand and add, some more machines later on. But if we go down here, down this maintenance hatch, I can show you guys the ME system. Might have to actually go on the other side, might be a little bit easier. Yeah, because it's only 2 blocks high, I can't fly over the wiring. So yeah, as you can see, I got the ME system hooked up to all of my industrial craft machines. I'm using the import buses. I think that's what they're called. I have one in here. No, that's the export, the precision one. Yeah, the ME basic import bus. This thing basically, you just hook it up to, a chest or a machine, and it will just, pull the items out of it and put it into the ME system via the ME cabling. And I have that set up as well over here on my ender chest, which is hooked up to my pouch. And of course my quarry is hooked up to that. So now my quarry is going to automatically send items into my ME system. So that's going to be really cool. Now, of course, I want to set up one more feature to this system before I actually run that quarry. I'm sure I'll continue to tweak the system, but before I do run the quarry, I do want to add an automatic smelting system. That's what I'll do with you guys right here. I'm going to use the pulverizer and the powered furnace. I'm going to use some ME cable, precision export bus, and another one of these basic import buses. So we will drop in the machines here first. Let me grab the powered furnace. Put the powered furnace right here and the pulverizer right here. Just gonna have to edit the pulverizer, make sure all the items are going out the side. So if I set it to orange, these 2 slots here should automatically push the items into the powered furnace. On this side, I think I can probably keep that blue, and on this side, I think I'm gonna have to make it blue there. So that should work. So right now, what I will do is I will grab this thing right here. Where is it? It's already on my bar here. This thing, what is it called again? The ME precision export bus. Now this thing, what it's going to do, I screwed it up when I placed it. I'm going to tweak it with my crescent hammer here. Okay, there we go. So this thing is going to tell, the system what items to pull out of the ME system and throw it into this pulverizer. So right now all I got is the iron ore. Obviously I'm going to have to put all the ores in here. I might have to actually put another one of these maybe on top. I don't know if you can stack them like one after another one. I don't know if that's going to work, but I could drop another one of them on top just to give me more slots, because I only have 8 slots in here that might fill up with all the ores. But let's just test it out with the iron for now. So I'm grab the ME cable, drop that there, and there we go. That's hooked up. So that should work. Now on this side, we're going to have to suck the items out. So that's why we're going to use the basic import bus here. Drop that over there, hook it up. Now, if I drop some iron ore into the system here, it should automatically be, yeah, there you go. So it's working. Let's just make sure it's also being sent to the furnace as well. Okay, is it being sent to the furnace? Okay, the iron is being sent to the furnace, but I'm a little worried about the this stuff here. Ferrous metal is not being sent. Let's just let this go through its cycle here. Are the items being exported? Maybe they're not. It's stuck on 6 here. Hey, drop it to red. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's working. All right, perfect. All right, so yeah, so that's just really simple. Automatic smelting system, super compact, super easy to set up with the ME system. I mean, that thing's going to work really good. And the cool thing with it is it shouldn't need any hoppers. Just because the system's smart, it's not going to, stuff. Like if it's full of iron, it's not going to, it's not going to try to stuff in the copper. For example, obviously I got to drop copper in here and silver and gold and all the other ores. But you guys know what I mean. You don't need to put a hopper on it. That's one thing I really like about it, is it's kind of a smart system. So yeah, right now what I want to do is I want to set up a quarry. Gotta go find my quarry. I've only rolled with one quarry so far, so if I could go through one other quarry cycle, I really need some, there's some items that I'm running out of. Plus I want to test this system, and hopefully I got enough slots in here. I might have to add more of these drives, just kind of tweak the system, but it'll be a good test to run a quarry on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go dismantle my quarry and set it up with you guys, and I'll be right back. Guys, I set up another quarry real quick, exactly the same way that I set up the previous one. I can't remember what episode it was, but yeah, pretty much the exact same setup. I'm rolling with just 2 magmatic engines and feeding it to some lava from my lava tank back at the base using the ender tank. And these two engines, it rolls fast enough. I mean, it's not jet fast, but it's fast enough for me. So yeah, it's kind of a rectangular quarry, a decent size. I've got it set up, in some more shallow water this time. Last time I set it up right on the marsh here, and I don't know if it's coming up on camera here, but you don't get into the nice levels until you're pretty deep, because the water is really deep around here. So as you can see, the marshes, it's super deep, so you end up just getting lots of dirt and sand on the first few levels. But this should be a little bit better, I think, because the water is a little more shallow here. There's kind of like a mountain under the water here, so we'll see. I do like to set them up on water. You don't get as much, items, but you don't have to worry about lava and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it over here. I'm gonna head back to the base and see how this this quarry is handling in the ME system. Alrighty, so it's the ME system and the quarry seem to be running fine. Items are being pulled out fast enough, so that's good. And this thing seems to be working pretty good too, so yeah, no problems yet. I'm obviously going to run out of space, I think, in this thing over here. I'm going to run out of slots. I'm going to have to build some more of these probably. But other than that, I think I'm looking pretty good. I want to upgrade my power a little bit more here. I got a full tank of lava. So I built an MFSU a while back, and I'm not using it. Oh, here it is. Just yet. So I think I'll put that to use right now that I have enough lava creating EU. So I just need to grab some cable. I don't think I'm going to need cable, but I'll grab some anyways. Go down there. Let's pop this off here so we can go down there quicker. Yeah, so I'm just going to roll with MFSU probably over here somewhere. I think that is a medium voltage transformer. Yeah, I think that is a medium voltage transformer. So this should be fine. Nothing should blow up Hopefully nothing blows up. So I think I'll drop it in the corner here. I think I'm going to have to go back upstairs and grab my wrench, actually. Let's go back up here, just grab the electric wrench. It's in here somewhere, just in case I need it. Head back down here. Alright, so let's drop this MFSU here. It's gonna suck up all that lava, I think, but yeah, I gotta start upgrading the power because I'm running out of power every time I charge this thing. It goes through the whole MFE. So yeah, I think the power needs to be pointed up here. I think that's the way it needs to be set up. Yeah, it looks to be good. Alright, so that is good to go. Pretty simple upgrade. What else? I've been working a little bit down here, not too much. Kind of wanted to wait a little bit, but I'll show you what I have so far. I just made this kind of, I don't know if I'm going to keep it like this, guys, but I put this kind of gold pathway here with the gold slabs. Obviously, I'll continue to build, you know, pathways up and around here. And like I've said a million times, I'll clean up the cave eventually, but I'm still actually, you know, expanding the cave in terms of the size that I want. But I've just built a couple vanilla farms here just for food. This is purely just for food. It's not for, you know, anything else. These are potatoes right here, and downstairs I got carrots growing. I'm going to make a couple layers here, or a couple floors, I should say. I'm going to make another floor, I think. I'm going down here, and I'm going to make some wheat, so I have 3 choices of food. Going vegetarian. No more meat. No more meat for Crazy Al. So, yeah, that's all I've been doing down here. It's nothing fancy. I've just, you know, try to make the room look somewhat nice. I just put these things, it's the redstone lamps. They're not actually activated, then glowstone for lighting. And I use slabs and then logs just to kind of give it a little bit of a trim. At the top I got the redstone lamps. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much all I've done. And hopefully I have this a little bit more expanded. It's just, I haven't really taken the time to really tackle the cave yet. So maybe this week I'll do that. We'll see. But I think I'm going to call it an episode right here, guys. So as always, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. Later.